Credit where it's due. President Donald Trump put his finger on exactly the most important question in the Michael Flynn case in a December 2nd tweet. Why did Flynn lie? The president said there was nothing to hide. And that's the important question, because when there's nothing to hide, people don't lie. People hide when there is something to hide.
Every time Russia's brought up, they say, oh, Trump, what do I have to do with it? I have nothing to do with Russia, folks, okay?
Did anyone involved in the Trump campaign have any contact with Russians trying to meddle with the election?
Absolutely not.
Are there any ties between Mr. Trump, you or your campaign, and Putin and his regime?
No, there are not.
Of course not. Why would there be any contacts between the campaign?
And the question we are all struggling with is what? People who want to make the Flynn story a less big deal than it really is say that what Flynn was trying to conceal were violations of the Logan Act, the 18th century law that forbids private citizens to negotiate on behalf of the United States. Nobody has ever been charged for violating the Logan Act, and nobody would lie to cover up a so-called Logan Act violation. Look, incoming national security teams have conversations all the time with foreign governments, friendly and hostile. That's their job. That's what we expect them to do. We want them to arrive at work in January ready to go, and that means beginning the homework early. Nobody would see anything improper with that if that's all there was. But the Flynn conversations with the Russians were special. They were not conversations about policy. They were not negotiations. Flynn was talking to the Russians about relieving them from sanctions imposed by the Obama administration to punish them for interfering in the 2016 election, to help Donald Trump, to help Michael Flynn get the very job that allowed him to have the conversation in the first place. In other words, this isn't diplomacy. This is, thank you very much for the job, now it's payback time. At least that's what it looks like it is. And not just to Trump's critics, but to Flynn's own deputy, Katie McFarland, who emailed on December 29th that this looked a lot like they were talking to the Russians to thank them for tipping the election to Donald Trump. That is indeed what it looks like. And that is the enormous scandal that the lie that Michael Flynn told was intended to conceal.